Hi, it's me, PamVanEe, and I thought I'd show you my progress on this flip-flop journal using scrapbook paper. This is what I have so far. This is one of the envelopes, and I added just a little square when I cut off some of the envelopes, like here. This was an envelope. And so I had to cut off that flap, different flaps, and I used them elsewhere. So I'm just going to give you a little preview. And then next I will be adding different laces and things, flowers if I have them. I had a die, a big die with this typewriter, and then I just inked it and added that bronze look. So this was a flap from an envelope that I used for diagonal pocket. And then here's one of the first signatures. Here I did use some die cuts. And let me see if I can find the packaging. Oh yeah, it's right here. It was this from Hobby Lobby. Paper Studio die cuts. And that's what it looked like. And I did use like the chair and some of these things from that. The plate. This, which I used right here, is a little tuck. And then I used this. That was part of an envelope flap there for tuck. So this is the other signature. I used another big die with the teacup here. And then I just inked around it and added a little pink, like a pastel, around it, just to give it a little definition and bring out the pink. I don't know if you can really tell. Let's see. Then I added a little belly band there, and then some scrappy papers to put here. Then this is this side with an envelope that tucked in here. And then another flap from the envelope I added here. And then this I added paper. Added one of these paper dolls, and then I added the die cut here. So it tucks in like that. And this is the other signature. And I did some stamping. But I just thought I'd show you what I've done so far. Here's another. Oh, here is a. I could show you how I did this with all the tucks here. Maybe we'll go ahead and do that. And then, of course, I'll do a flip through when I'm totally done. But if you were following along, just thought I'd show you what you could do is adding the little diagonal pieces here. Okay, so let's do that. I've only done it one time before, but let's see if I can remember how I did this. Where is it? It is here. Okay. We're just going to fold this part all the way down like that. Then we're going to do the next one down. Just leave a little border. The next one, leave a little border. And the last. Like that. And then what I did was I just started folding this back on itself. I've tucked this in like that, and then this one I folded like that. So you have your tuck here, 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 and then here. So then you would just, you can see a little white here, but you can ink this along there, there, and then you could ink, you know, of course, all the way around. But then I'm going to just glue that. And let's glue this flap. Down. Glue all the flaps down. Then we will glue the edge like that. And then on your page, oops, and then you also need to do this one. Okay. Then tuck, 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 and then tuck. So you would glue it onto your page like this. And I don't know, the way I did this was different. But, I mean, if you didn't want that to show, you could just cut that off. If you didn't want this little part to show. Well, then why couldn't you cut it here? And then there. Is that going to work? So you can have a tuck, tuck, and a tuck. So that was easy. It wasn't exactly like this, but I like this too. So you could ink it or you could just cut it. And then you can put it this way, or you could put it this way. Okay, so anyway, this is what I've gotten so far. And then, of course, I'll do a flip through when I'm all the way done. But I'm going to next put different laces. Thinking about putting this piece of lace here somewhere, probably on this side. Like so. and then I'll come back. All right, well, we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.